Welcome to Bring It Game presents the Unashamed Gamers, episode 9?
Is it?
I don't know.
Who cares anyway, man? I didn't even listen to episode 1.
3, 2, 1, fight!
Welcome back to the Unashamed Gamers with Ben and Paul. Today we're talking the PlayStation VR and the PlayStation 4.5.
4.5? 3, 1.14?
The 4,
Like,
yeah,
what
that,
is
whatever that is. Yeah.
I mean, PlayStation VR,
Yeah.
sigh, like,
Yeah.
the hype in it is the next big thing.
Oh, like they did
But
with
I
Kinect.
mean, yeah, like Microsoft did with Kinect. Some
Yeah.
people are genuinely excited. Obviously, we're only going to talk about PlayStation VR, not the other VRs, because we don't really play on. Well, we don't play on PC.
Yeah, no.
We've said since day one we're console gamers.
Yeah.
We will probably continue to be for quite a while.
Forever and ever. Probably, yeah. I can't see what
Not
changing.
because PC isn't better. I'm not arguing that at all. Just
No.
for me personally and
God,
most
that
of my
would
friends.
incite a riot, wouldn't it?
I just like the plug and play
Controller,
aspect
yeah.
of and
But then you'll get PC elitists. Well, you can plug a controller into the PC now.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I just like consoles. They're better.
It's just
for
it
me.
is. I don't care what anyone says. It is more straightforward. There's a lot more updates on PC.
Yeah.
But that's a different fucking ball game altogether.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
another argument for another day.
Yeah.
PlayStation VR or what's called
Project Morpheus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morpheus. Well, I mean, what my initial opinion is. Do we need this?
Nope, we don't.
Do we want this?
I
The
don't.
thing is a lot of people do want it. Like obviously, because we're freakishly interested in games, we read about
Yeah.
them all the time. You know what I mean? There is hype around it, but for me, if I was to ever get it, it would never be on release. Like
Yeah,
release is October this year, isn't it? October
the something.
It's just,
yeah.
yeah, and for PlayStation
We've done
VR anyway.
research.
Yeah, but like, there's nothing that they've shown which is worth buying it for. I mean,
Yeah.
the price alone. I mean, $500 or 349 quid, or well, let's just be honest, it's 350 quid.
Yeah.
350
yeah, it is,
quid, you get the VR headset.
Yeah.
Obviously, that would be a
Yeah,
bit
it
pointless.
would be,
if you
it'd
don't
be
get
terrible
that.
if you didn't get that, wouldn't it?
But the VR headset, you get the camera, which you know some people will have, but I can't imagine a lot of people because obviously.
No.
More people have Kinect because you had to get it when
Yeah,
it
because
first
it
came
came
out.
with the Xbox
Yeah.
One.
Obviously not so much now. I mean, that's why Kinect's dead.
Yeah.
If they just kept it as standard, then Kinect wouldn't have died. But
Yeah.
that's why they shut down all the studios, because it's dead. But it's the same thing. So you'll get the camera, the VR headset, and you get 2 PlayStation Move controllers. I don't right now currently because it's a pre-order.
Yeah.
I think that's what you get. I don't think there's an option for it
Yay.
without those things. So if you already have
Right.
those things, you're gonna be kind of screwed. But I mean, we looked at prices, and I think for like 2 moves and the camera, that's about 50 quid. So really, you're paying
Yeah.
300 quid for the VR headset, and you're getting a demo and a game.
So you get one game, and to me,
The one game, I think it's like 4 in 1,
right?
but none of them are like it's 4 in 1 because none of them are worth being one standalone
Yeah.
game. If you know what I mean.
Wasn't there something like a GDC? Was it not like work simulator for the VR?
Job simulator.
Yeah, job simulator.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Let's get that game.
It's like that episode of The Simpsons where Marge wants Bart to Bart and Lisa to do the garden,
Right.
and they won't do it, and then they go to the arcade, and then he goes to the arcade, and it's like what's it, gardening simulator,
Yeah.
and he puts it on, he's like pretending to cut
Yeah,
hedges, and just
ridiculous.
like, you know what I mean? It's just like, well, I don't know why you'd want to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently that game is quite funny. It's not straight up.
Oh
like-
well, yeah,
but
obviously, but still.
that was the thing. Well, last night when I was actually on my PlayStation 4, it's on the homepage. Obviously, you can pre-order it.
Yeah.
And there's like a little video of clips
Right.
of people like with the headset on and looking behind them and really overacting it, you
Yeah.
know, which is gay as
Yeah,
fuck. It's
yeah.
like really shit. But also like all of the clips of the games that are shown, they don't even look next gen.
No.
They look cartoony as fuck.
Yeah.
Like obviously there's an aesthetic for certain games where cartoony works, but not one of the games looks decent. And like I think 2 or 3 of them on offer are just like gun games. Like
Yeah.
one's like not called House of the Dead, but it's House of the Dead.
Yeah, just
You know what I mean?
terrible.
The other one's like
yeah.
I think it's like a London gang thing. I think it might be called London Heist,
Right.
and it's just a first person shooter. A light gun game where you just wander around
On
shooting.
reels, kind of.
Yeah, on rails. Just
I mean, I got Kinect, the first Kinect for Xbox 360, pretty much day
Wow,
one.
you're that guy.
Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that one guy. Yeah. Because it did look really good, and I thought to myself, well, I'm going to get that, a bit of exercise, the kids will enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it was terrible. It wouldn't pick up if you moved an inch back from where you were stood. That was it. The sense I'd lost you and stuff like that. And I fell for that. So I think again, it's just going to be this clever marketing where people are like, oh, well, you'll be able to do this and you'll be able to do that. But then when you stick it on your face and you've got the move cameras in your hand or whatever they're called, the move controllers, yeah. You're going to be standing there trying to move left and it'll go right and stuff like that. And
well, that was the thing weirdly on that video. Nobody uses a move.
Right.
So it's going to come with the moves as standard, but everyone that was in that video is just waving the normal controller about. But they're standing up, and I think if you're using a controller, you're not going to be standing up. You're going to be sat in your living room.
That's what gaming is for me.
Swinging about from side to side.
Gaming for me is sat down with a controller, headset on, with a couple of mates playing the Division. Do you know what I mean? It's not standing up and chopping imaginary zombies. I mean, it's too much work.
It's obviously it's a preference. The only feature that I wouldn't say excited about. The only feature that any kind of even piques my interest on any level is it's like the cinematic mode. So any game that on PlayStation 4 already works on the VR headset.
Yeah.
And what happens is you put the headset on and you see a virtual 5 foot high screen, 5 meter high screen.
Right,
sorry,
5
so it's
meter.
like cinema screen style, which that's quite cool. But then I just think, like I was talking to you about this the other day, actually, was about how obviously the black around the actual screen won't be actual black, it'll be artificial black.
Yeah.
So your eyes will be constantly strained. Like it'll be interesting to see. Like I can see me playing it for like 20 minutes, but I wouldn't be able to just stare at a screen for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And this come from a guy who like last night alone played about 7 hours on Battlefront. You know what I mean? Like I can play 7 hours straight because between rounds I'm looking away and stuff. I'm not staring directly at the screen.
Yeah.
I'll look around my surrounds. I'll glance at my phone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I get
you know
that.
What I mean? You can't just look straight at it. Like it would be too intense.
Yeah. Well, I'm like that with 3D. Like in films, 3D. Like I'll watch a film in 3D and then I'll have a starting headache afterwards. Yeah. So I think that's what it's going to be like with this because there's no way for you to look.
They've said it has to have up to all publishers. They've basically said if you want a game on VR, it has to be at least 60 frames per second steady. If it's not steady 60 frames per second, then we don't want it.
Yeah.
Because it will make people nauseous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like graphical hiccups, they're more of a nuisance right now when we're playing.
Yeah.
But like you say, if it's like right in your eyes and it starts,
it's gonna cause
you're gonna be like, ugh.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I believe that.
I mean, I think that's what they're going for because it's a certain frame rate upscaled per eye, so it's like got a certain amount.
Yeah,
so
I've read that. Yeah.
Because obviously, out of all the VR units that are coming out, it's the weakest because is it HTC have got the Vive? Is it? Steam, I think, have got the Vive, and then Facebook have got the Oculus Rift.
Yeah, I heard, was that not Microsoft was buying that?
I don't know.
Because
I'm not sure.
I'm assuming with this coming out for PlayStation that Microsoft are going to jump the bandwagon and get one themselves.
Haven't really. They've been quite quiet on the front.
Yeah.
And I think maybe they might have learnt from how obviously Kinect did tank. You know what I mean?
Oh, very bad.
I mean, I can say what they did with the Kinect because they thought I'll have it. And then we'll be able to make better games for it, but it just didn't.
No,
I mean,
it didn't.
Don't get us wrong. From what obviously I've heard off you and others, it works better than Kinect One, but it's still a pile of shite.
Yeah, well, it is.
It's just a gimmick. Like I still have mine, and I use it to say Xbox record that.
Yeah.
I use it to do that. Just
yeah. Well, I get mine.
So if I'm on an online game, I don't have to go and crouch in a corner somewhere, so I don't get killed while trying to record. I can just keep moving forward and just say that. That's all I use it for. Sometimes I might even turn it on by the voice, but not even that often.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I don't think I've ever turned it on by the voice, but
I think your girlfriend gets more of a kick out of pausing Netflix off it than
just Xbox pause.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it doesn't pick up every time as well. It's not even
no.
Like, I would say it picks up like say 8 out of 10 times, which is good odds, but not.
Yeah, it's quick.
For me to wholeheartedly endorse it, it would have to be like first time every time.
Yeah,
like it would have to be perfect. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like with this, the PlayStation VR. I mean, it's got a 5.7 inch panel, right? Yeah. An OLED panel, and it claims to show that all games will be 1080p.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, it will look nice.
Yeah.
But I don't get how it's going to work because on that panel, Are you just going to see the screen's going to be that panel, or is it going to look massive? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, I can't work that out. If it's 1080p tiny, I mean, it's of course it's going to look beautiful. It could be 480p on a tiny screen and it looks brilliant. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's something to do with your field of view. So you're not actually getting the full scope. You get something like obviously you've got 360 degrees. I think you're getting like 100-degree field of view.
Right.
And what you can see, but obviously because you can turn the headset.
Yeah.
There's a 360.
Yay.
But I don't get it because like it depends how the games are going to do it, because it's going to be like obviously you need the camera because that's going to obviously track your head movements.
Yeah.
But like I would want to be sat completely in place.
Yeah.
And all my movement is still done by the controller.
Yeah.
But then like you say, I would still find that quite jarring if it's like, say I'm playing a first person game and then someone's there, and I was saying it actually really to my girlfriend, like Lottie, the other day. I was saying like she's quite a good shot on games.
Yeah.
But she hasn't played online enough to have like picked up the total speed. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Like she's good enough.
I mean.
She can play like quite comfortably normal on any game, any shooting game. But like if she goes online, she gets completely dominated because there's people who only play that.
Yeah.
And I was saying that the problem isn't like you see, like she spots people, no bother. It's just like our actions don't match, like our reaction times don't match.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, that just comes like I've only got that because I play way more than her. Like I'm not one of those, like some people just have the natural reaction. I think I'm one of those people who I've learned that through years of gaming.
You pick it up.
I've picked it up, and I'm like saying like, oh, if you played more, like you would definitely achieve the same like level of gaming as me, which I'm not holding that as any fucking mantle to be attained. Like, I'm not saying I'm a great gamer by any standard, but but that's what I feel like. I feel there'd be like that like kind of lag between it.
Yeah.
Which would be more jarring if it was first person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, obviously it's all conjecture right now because I've never actually played it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I'm just not interested. Like I said, there's obviously one of the games they've announced, which obviously as a game I personally enjoy. Obviously, love it or hate it, I enjoy Battlefront.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy that game. Like I don't think it's a deep experience. I don't think it's it's not the best Star Wars experience out there. It's not the best Battlefront game. But for me, it's an easy plug and play, fun fix. You know what I mean? Like it's no worse than Call of Duty, and Call of Duty is like freakishly popular. So.
Yeah, how's that going to work on the VR though? That's what I don't get.
Well, it's going to have to be first person.
Yeah,
surely.
obviously, yeah.
But
are you going to be running around as Luke Skywalker, waving around your fake lightsaber like you do on the Wii? Do you know what I mean?
It's I haven't said, because there is a demo, and the demo is of someone like a Luke Skywalker type scene where they're fighting in the lightsaber. But then when I think about the game, would it be all game modes, or would they limit it to say like heroes versus villains?
You see, I like with the Wii and the Kinect and stuff like that. It looks good. The talk a big game, and you're seeing like a moment where it went perfectly well.
Yeah.
And that's what I think this is going to be like. The PlayStation VR it's going to be like Kinect. You're gonna want to do something, and because it hasn't picked up the movements or whatever it is, your head turn, you're gonna end up getting killed in a game, and that's just frustrating. I mean, there was a Fable game for Kinect, and you are like a magician or something on rails. And I was like pushing like to get the magic out and stuff like that, and it just wasn't picking it up.
Yeah.
And it was because I had moved like a centimeter to the left, and that I think it's going to cost a lot of money for something that you're probably going to play a couple of times and then turn off because you just get frustrated with it, and it'll be.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the only thing I could think of why you would totally get it is for the cinema mode.
Yeah,
because obviously you're basically watching a cinema-sized screen in your living room. But if you've already got a TV, like, I love big TVs and things like that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to, at some point I want to get like a 6-foot projector.
Yeah.
But like right now I'm like a 42-inch TV, which isn't the biggest, but I'm sitting about 3 feet away from it, so it doesn't matter.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like it fills my like entire frame of view when I'm looking at it, so it doesn't it's more than good enough.
Yeah.
It's not a reason for me to drop $350. That's another thing.
I know.
It's the cheapest of all of the VR. So a lot of people are saying, "Oh, PlayStation are going to win VR," but I think it's the least powerful as well. So obviously it's the most basic out of all of them. But it'll be the most straightforward to use probably, because it's probably the most accessible and plug and play.
Yeah.
But if you've already dropped it's about $350 for a PlayStation, isn't it? $300 to $350.
Yeah.
So.
With a
so you're doubling that cost just for a headset.
Yeah.
When right now there's nothing really good to play on it.
Yeah, but exactly that's what it is. It's like when the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 come out, it was just terrible games. Like, don't get us wrong, I like Dead Rising 3, but it was just, you could tell it was rushed out for the launch of Xbox, and so was the game with the Roman soldiers. I can't even remember what it's called. Rise, that's it, yeah. And to me, that's what it is again. It's just going to be these terrible games you're going to get with it, and you're going to be waiting months for another one.
That's why I think, for me, it would have to. I'm not saying never, but I would have to give it a year just to see. Like, I want to hear I want to hear some of the big names, because obviously EA haven't taken a risk, because Battlefront is already done well.
Yeah,
it's already sold.
Yeah, it has.
So it's no risk for them to put a game that pre-exists and just maybe adjust it a bit for VR.
Yeah.
But I would like to hear if IPs that are actually going to be built from the ground up for it.
Yeah.
That sound exciting, because so far nothing sounds exciting to us.
Yeah. I mean, for me with the Kinect, there was a horror game that was coming out,
right,
and it did look really good. You saw the people getting scared and stuff. Again, it was just really clever marketing, and that's why I wanted to get it. Obviously, you get the free crap kids games like the Wii, not Wii Bowling, like whatever it is, the sports games, and again, when I got that game, even though it was months down the line, it was still terrible. So is that what it's going to be? Is it just they're going to release it?
Wii is quite a good point, because obviously the Wii was hugely popular.
Yeah.
And that is a gimmick console. That console is
like
wave in front of your TV.
Yeah.
And it is fun. But then I think, when I think about Wii, I don't know anyone who played Wii for more than an hour.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, Lily loves the Wii.
Yeah.
But after about 40 minutes to an hour, she gets sick and tired of it. She's like, oh, let's watch TV now. So is that what's going? That's what
I don't want to typecast gamers as like lazy, docile people. but for me, gaming,
just us.
Yeah, but for gaming, for me and everyone I know who games, it's like it's a relaxer. Like
exactly. You
want
to switch your brain up.
You come home and you're like, I want to sit down and game and just chill.
Yeah.
I don't want to stand up. That's why I was never interested in Kinect. Like I say, I never bought Kinect first time round.
Yeah.
Obviously, I just got Kinect second time around because it wasn't a choice.
You had to get it, unfortunately. Yeah.
You know what I mean, on release.
But yeah, I mean that was just as terrible.
But for me, the price, like that for what you're getting as well, like you say, 2 demos.
Yeah, and
a demo, and
one game was 4 different
some shit.
Yeah.
Party games, what I mean, which aren't going to last you realistically. At the rate of a new game, when you think of like, if we get a new game, within 2 days, it easily sunk 12 to 15 hours.
Yeah.
I can imagine I would complete all 4 of those games.
Yeah.
Within the first 2 weeks.
But
and then there's nothing for like months.
Yeah, exactly. That's again
I mean?
Bringing it back to Kinect. It was exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I mean, with people who say, "Well, I want it for the cinema mode," go to the cinema. It's cheaper. Do you know what I mean? 14 quid for a ticket.
Like you said,
instead of 350.
For the cinema mode, I could totally understand it if it was a case of you could play it. Well, you obviously can play it. You don't need the TV on.
Yeah.
So like it might be good for say if you sat with your partner and she wants to sit and watch TV, you can be still sat right next to her,
looking like a mental.
Yeah.
Because you're going, whoa, oh my god,
looking like Ray Charles or
yeah,
something.
Exactly. I mean, personally for me, isn't Ray Charles blind as well?
Is he?
Yeah, sure. They're both blind, I think. Matt Murdock, we know he's blind. We watched Daredevil recently, so yeah.
You know what I mean? But just like I say, fair enough if say I don't know, you live in somewhere really small and you haven't bought a TV for your gaming room or whatever room you're going to game in. If you haven't bought a TV,
yeah, well, not much of a game have you bought a TV for your gaming room? I
know by this point, by this point you're already going to have that set up.
Yeah, of course.
But like you say, for me that's the only selling point at all is, I can watch a giant screen. That's kind of cool. But it's like that's it. Like that. Sadly, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's not £350 cool.
Yeah, it's not like.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, obviously it's a pre-order, isn't it? So you get all those things bundled in. But what's it going to be like?
It'll be cheap because obviously the pre-orders, like you say, you haven't paid that price for the package. There will be obviously a stripped down version, which is literally just the VR headset.
Yeah.
Because there'll be people out there who still have Move controllers from the PlayStation 3 era.
Right.
And there'll be people who got the PlayStation 4 camera. There'll be a lot of people because the PlayStation 4 camera, from what I've heard about it, works pretty much the same as Kinect.
Terribly then.
It's
really bad.
Adequate, and I never use it.
Yeah, that's pretty much. It's true though. It's like obviously there's going to be another Xbox console come out in years to come, and I hope they've learned a lesson with Connect. Like, and again, I hope obviously I don't want VR to fail, but that's what I think it's going to do.
I don't want it to fail, but it's gonna.
But it's going to fail. But like now, personally for me, it's not something that I would ever buy unless it got amazing reviews. Like this is like the realest thing you'll ever get. Do you know what I mean?
I think to take into consideration though is we're not your average gamer. Your average gamer, like I say, they'll just play Call of Duty.
Yeah. Oh, definitely not. No.
Just FIFA and you know what I mean, like a handful of games, and they'll only play a few hours here and there, a few hours a week. You know what I mean? It might appeal to the average audience more. Like Connect never appealed to me, but a lot of people did play Connect Sports and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, what was that film called? Was it Gamer with Gerard Butler?
Yeah.
If they get it,
watched that recently.
if they get it to look like that, I'm in. I mean, it's a terrible film, but if they get it to look that realistic,
if it's exactly like that, it's a first-person shooter and you're controlling real convicts.
Yeah, then we'll play it.
then I'm in.
You got my money.
Yeah. If it's like The Running Man, then I'm in.
I love that film.
Let's lock that shit. There's some things where it could be interesting, but it's just like more games need to get on board. Like you love Ark. Ark might be quite fun.
I would. You've actually just sold me. I was like, oh my god, Ark! Do that shit!
I never thought of Ark, which is weird.
Twiddling my beard.
You think of Ark every 4 minutes, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I think, do you know what it is? Like, apparently men think of sex every 3 minutes. I think of Ark every 2, do you know what I
mean? In between.
Yeah. During.
Sex.
Yeah.
Ark, sex, Ark.
Yeah. But, well, do you know what it is? In all seriousness, even if Ark was on there, I couldn't be bothered to stand up and run around and be chased by dinosaurs. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather sit down in the comfort of
you could still do that, but
gaming chair.
If you just, that's the thing. If you're just going to sit down and game, which is the only way I'd be interested in even considering it, then I might as well just be sat in front of me TV, which already exists.
Yeah, without the VR. So yeah, ridiculous.
It's that whole. It's not even that. I think it's like I'm sure it'll be adequate and it'll work, and it's just whenever someone comes out and they go, "This is the next evolution of gaming, and this is the future," and I think it's not.
It's really not.
It's not, man. Gamers like the game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They're just like a pad, and
they do.
I mean, there's a lot of people who play on PC who still use a gamepad.
Yeah, they do. I mean, for me,
I think it's the Vive, the HTC Vive.
Right.
Or actually, I don't know. It's that or the Oculus Rift. One of them comes with an Xbox gamepad.
Right.
So basically, you get the Xbox One controller and the headset, obviously, and you plug into your PC.
Right.
And play.
Right.
So I mean, straight away, like I say, it's like I said, people love control pads.
Yeah. I mean, for me, when gamers want a game, they come in from work or whatever it is they're doing, they sit down, they play a game. I can't see anyone sat at work thinking, "Oh, I can't wait to get home to stand up for more hours," but with a VR strapped to my face. Do you know what I mean?
What we were going to talk about next was the rumours for PlayStation 4.5, which is a more powerful PlayStation. But before we go into that, I was just thinking, like 1080p isn't amazing on a PC. Like 1080p is like considered really
peasantry. Yeah, that's
so. But yet it's become like this is the huge goal, 1080p 60 frames per second. That's amazing. You've got to achieve this. But then, like I said, that's all this VR's ever going to do. It's only ever going to achieve 1080p.
Yeah.
So is it not going to be redundant in a few years as well?
Well, I mean, speaking of like the 4.5, that's what I'm calling the PlayStation 4.5.
I mean, it's just a rumour that could be.
Of course, yeah. But I mean, the developer sources said that if they beefed up the GPU, they could potentially get the VR to run 4K.
Right.
But again, it's developer sources quality fingers.
The thing is that they're saying obviously the PS4 in theory it would be 4K, but VR doesn't have a 4K screen.
Yeah, exactly.
So that can happen.
Yeah,
that's the big thing as well is the rumours for like the PS4.5. We'll just call it 4.5.
Yeah, okay.
Because they're not saying is it a new console or is it an add-on? Like we don't know. Nothing's been announced. Sony hasn't said anything. But they're saying, you could achieve 4K gaming. But that's another thing. You need a TV.
That exactly. It's going to be expensive
4K.
to upgrade.
I mean, people who are like unaware, like I'm no expert, but 4K Ultra HD is basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Basically, that's the next evolution of TV, and so everyone was getting TVs that said HD ready years ago. Now it's like 4K ready. Yeah. That's going to be the next thing. It's a basic breakdown. It's like you're getting 4,000 pixels, which is about twice as much as what you've previously had, which basically means your jagged edges on a game will be slightly smoother.
Yes, I'm gonna
And
pay
then-
600 quid for that
So
TV
in
then.
theory, it'll look
Yeah.
But it still has to be backed up by the power of your console that you know,
Yeah.
will render images, which will give you more subtle nuances and lighting and things
Yeah.
like that. So that's what they're saying. They're talking about beefing up the GPU because right now, the architecture for an Xbox One and a PS4, they're just really weak PCs right now.
Yeah, well,
That's what they are.
that's what the selling point for the 4.5 was supposed to be. Again, the developer sources. This is what it says on Kotaku, the Kotaku website, was like that the PC 4.5, the PlayStation 4.5 is going to be like a high-end PC. But for how long? Because, I mean, that'll come out and then PC will have another
it's
update.
Always incremental, but it's never really happened. Well, it has, but it's happened for a long time since there's been like an upgradable console. I think was it the Sega Mega Drive you could buy the disc drive for.
Yeah.
So like you plug that into the cartridge and then you could put discs in. But there hasn't been like an overhaul like that. So I don't understand. Are they going to be splitting the player base where it's going to be like here's the new console and here's the old one, or is it going to be like something that clips on the back?
Yeah, I would
or
think
on top of the console and like adds a new layer to the PlayStation, for example.
I mean, money-wise, I personally think it'll be, if it is coming, because again, it's all just a rumour, they'll mention it at E3 possibly, and they'll say, this is a new console and you're going to pay an extra 100 quid, because I can't see them saying, well, just pay an extra 100 quid and you can stick it on the back.
That's the thing that people are saying though. They're saying it can't be like, you're saying extra 100 quid. That's what it should be reasonably priced.
Yeah.
But to get a console, to bump the console up to the specs it needs to play at 4K and to bump it up, it's going to be the same as the blooming VR. It'll be like another 500 quid.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I personally think they're obviously going to, they're going to get you to part with as much money as they possibly
can. The thing I
can.
don't understand is, like, if you think of a PC game, like for the Division, the Division's come out, you can play it on low settings or you can play it on high settings.
Yeah.
So it's playable at all ends of the spectrum sort of thing. So I'm wondering if that's going to be the case. So, for example, if I play the Division with my normal PlayStation, I just see a shittier version of it.
Yeah.
If I play on the 4.5,
Yeah.
then I'm getting the best possible version. Or is it going to be like, this game can only be played on 4.5? Because then you're like...
Yeah, because
then you're forcing people to upgrade.
People, and it's... I mean, again, it'll be like... one of my friends has got the Xbox 360 and I've got the Xbox One, so we can't play it together. So will it be PlayStation 4? And then if you got a PlayStation 4.5, you're not going to be able to play with your mates.
Splitting player base, you know what I mean? Like, especially for games like when there's less people, like a game like, for example, GTA Online. There's so many game modes on that line. It's so hard to get into anything because there could be 1 million people playing at once, but there's like 10 out playing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They're split so thinly across.
Yeah.
I know. I just don't know. Like, I do like the idea. Like, more power is better because there's more longevity and it means there's more stuff that can just transfer straight across the console without any hiccups.
I just don't think I would pay for another console this short in the console's run.
Yeah.
To have it look a little bit better, because I mean, again, you're going to have to buy a 4K ready TV.
Yeah.
So
That's
think
the thing.
about
So
it. How much you're going to spend
if you don't have that, and I wouldn't say that nobody has that.
People will, but
I would say most people don't. Like, I've probably in the past 10 years I've bought like 2 TVs.
Yeah.
Because
I think I bought 3.
A TV doesn't stop working,
No, exactly.
Like, it doesn't, you know what I mean? They've been, ever since TVs I went flat screen. A flat screen's a flat screen.
Yeah,
pretty
it is.
much good across the board. You know what I mean?
I don't want to spend, because I would have to, if say it was 500 quid for the PS4 and a half, and like another 700 for a 4K TV.
Imagine
slightly better graphics.
Imagine the pay grade just to get back in, because the thing with console gaming, it's always been about being accessible and it's versus someone who pays PC. There'll be people who'll argue, you can get a PC for the same as console, but across the whole, to get a really powerful PC, which is what you want, I think, if you're going to get a PC, it's always been more expensive.
Yeah,
that's what makes console more accessible. But can you imagine if you don't have any of this? So maybe you have to buy a PS4, which is 300, 350.
Yeah.
And then you might have to buy the PS4.5 add-on, which is 100, 200 quid.
Yeah.
And then what if you want VR?
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then you need a 4K TV. Yeah. So what? It's cost you $1,500.
I'll never eat again.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it looks pretty.
But it looks
really
I
mean, I actually looked into a gaming PC a couple of weeks ago, and it was like 1,200 quid for a gaming PC.
Yeah.
And again, that's what it's going to cost for all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like you say, there's little people who say, well, it doesn't cost that. But
It is. It is. If you want, like, say,
But if
Ark,
you-
for instance, to
But
run really
if you wanted to
well,
run on ultra,
Yeah.
perfect.
you've
settings,
got to buy
yeah, you've
that
got- yeah.
stuff. But for me, PS 4.5, I'm not impressed in the slightest. I don't think it's a good idea to bring that out right now. I mean, how long has PlayStation 4 been out?
I know,
2 years?
2.5
3?
years, 3
Yeah,
years.
exactly. Don't release another console.
I know.
Don't even release another
To me,
add-on.
that's the thing as well is, I mean, both the consoles have barely got into the swing of really strong release schedules. You know what I mean? Like it was the same with Xbox 360. It took a few years, and PlayStation 3, took a few years to get into the swing of bringing out games worth playing on the
Yeah,
consoles.
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
We talk about it a few. We've talked about it a few times about like how dead the first year was of next gen. Next gen, there was just nothing to play.
If they are going
That's
to
what
release
VR's
it,
going to be like for the
Yeah.
first year. VR's going to be dead for the first year. And
Yeah.
it's a weird because it's a double-edged sword because, like me personally, I wouldn't even consider it now until it had established itself.
yeah.
But then if enough people don't buy it, they'll probably just do away with it.
Yeah, what I think will happen is if you do get a 4K PlayStation, is it'll just be another bunch of remasters. It'll be
Yeah.
Tomb Raider 4K edition. Do you know what I mean? And well, what
I
do you
never
want?
thought of that,
Yeah,
but
exactly. That's what it'll be because they'll want games to come out as quickly as they can. So we'll finish this game. We'll just upscale it,
Well,
stick
you
it
were
on.
telling us, like on the PlayStation 4, they've just brought out Manhunt and Bully again.
Yeah, for the PlayStation
And
4,
they're
yeah.
upscaled.
Upscaled with
to
1080p, and you get like trophy support. So I mean, you can
Thing
unlock
is, there's
trophies for it. But
upscaled it with like a lot, like for people who don't know, there's a difference between redoing the graphics, giving it an overhaul,
Yeah.
making it look like today's standards. So it runs smoother and the picture's crisper, but they're still blocky as fuck.
Yeah.
It still looks shit.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah.
I mean, don't get us wrong. I think those are two great games and they're worth playing. But should you really be paying 11 quid for either one of them?
No, I don't think so.
Like no.
No, just
No, like just make them backwards compatible.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
like Xbox. I mean, that's the only crowning achievement for Xbox at the minute is that backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
But again, that games suck.
Yeah, that's the thing is
Compatible
like,
stuff.
they're announcing games and it's like games like I didn't even play last gen because
Yeah.
I didn't want to play, like
Yeah.
it was shit. I'm sure that like they've just added Tekken and I'm thinking who played Tekken? I haven't played Tekken since PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I haven't.
Like because
I really haven't.
once you've played the first 3 Tekken games, you don't need Tekken anymore. Like you've got that's your fill of Tekken.
Red Dead Redemption, please. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, just put Red Dead
Some good
Redemption on.
games that actually people voted for.
4K Red Dead Redemption.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
It's like that picture that everyone's showing, which is just a dude stood in front of like
I'm
a
pretty
canyon.
sure.
No, it's 100%
Yeah.
a dude standing
Yeah,
in
and
front of
the
a canyon.
graphics are
And then
unreal.
all the game insights are like, Red Dead 3 screen, and you're like, no,
No,
it's a dude standing in front of.
Do you know what it is?
Look at
I'm
the character.
convinced it's Yellow Wolf. You know the rapper Yellow Wolf?
Yeah.
He's just standing because he
Yeah,
wears those
it
hats.
does, yeah, it
And
probably
it's
is.
probably Yellow Wolf standing in front of a
It's probably his
canyon.
album cover, you know what I mean?
If you're like, oh, 4K graphics, I can't wait
One
for
of the
this
top
game.
comments was some of them just like, how could you think for a second this is real? Like the PlayStation, the Xbox One struggles to hit 900p.
Yeah.
It's gonna run that, and I was just like, it's true.
Yeah, it is a picture.
But that is like, never mind HD. That was real world vision. It was
Yeah.
perfect vision. It was
Yeah.
beautiful. I was just like, of course it's a photograph.
But Yellow Wolf would be sitting there going, why are they talking about that picture
Yeah.
like it's a game? When
Why
it's
am I
me
big
next
in the
album?
gaming community? Why is everyone calling us John Marston? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
John Marston Jr., something like that.
but he's dead. What? Spoiler!
Spoilers! Ben ruined it.
He's a zombie. What?
Oh my god, yes. So, do you want to mention Battlefront?
Yeah, I mean,
your new...
Battlefront first season pass holders have released their first DLC called Outer Rim DLC.
Any good?
I'm really enjoying it. There's actually updates just to the game on the whole, which have like changed a bit. Like when you die, for example, you can look at other players, like just little stuff like that.
Right,
They've
okay.
tweaked, which is quite good though. Like sometimes when I've died, or like say there's someone on my team who's amazing,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, how's he amazing? I can literally watch him for a bit, you know.
All right, okay.
Which
Oh,
is
well, that's actually
which is quite
cool.
good, you know.
Yeah.
What I mean? They've added contracts from Jabba the Hutt because obviously he hires bounty hunters.
Yeah,
and,
of course, yeah.
but I mean that's even in the base game before you even get the season pass.
Right.
So there was 2 contracts that I did where basically for a contract you have to pay him some credits.
Right.
So it's like something like 3,000 credits for a contract, and then you'll have like some parameters that you have to fill. So it'll be like get 40 kills with this gun or this type of gun, like a blaster rifle.
Right, okay.
And then that would unlock one of the new guns.
All right, okay.
Um,
right.
One thing they've done is obviously the new guns are across all game modes. So like if I get a new gun, I can go back into the core game and I can shoot you with my new gun.
All right, cool. Oh well, that's
Because they're
good.
balanced. The
Yeah,
guns are
yeah.
still balanced, so
Yeah.
it's not overpowered. It just means I'll have a gun you don't have if you don't
Right.
have the season pass.
Yeah.
But weirdly, the game mode's totally separate. So to play Outer Rim, you have to click on Outer Rim and then you can pick your game mode from there.
Yeah.
But you kind of just stay in your game mode. I don't understand what that is at the moment, or I haven't worked it out. But like, say I want to play Blast, I'll get one game of Blast, and then it'll put us in a loop of like Blast, and then the new game mode Extraction,
Right. Okay.
and then it'll put us in like Heroes versus Villains.
And is that like the new maps? Is that
So that's just
the new maps?
Yeah.
I mean, it could just possibly be because they want you to get used to the new maps
Yeah.
before they put them in with the
I'm
rest.
enjoying the new maps, but it's weird because none of the big game modes are on it, which I hadn't read up much about it. I just
Yeah.
knew I was going to play it, and like you can't like play Walk or Assault on them or anything.
Right.
Which,
Okay.
Which is the huge like
Yeah.
40 player modes.
Yeah.
Which seems strange to me, but it doesn't make them any less fun. And obviously the newest editions, the two hero and villain. So you've got Greedo and you've got Nien Num.
I have no idea who that last one is.
He kind of looks like a monkey dude.
All right. Okay.
I think he was like one of the pilots when like Lando was flying the Millennium Falcon.
Right. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird. What's weird is I can't think of the race that Nien Num is, but Greedo is
Alien.
is Rhodian, I think it is.
Right.
But in the game, like if you just in the base game, you
Yeah.
can buy changes for your character. You can buy heads.
Yeah.
So like you can look like a woman or a dude, and you can get certain hairstyles. And then in the higher levels, you get a few of the alien races, and one
Right.
is a Rhodian who just look like Rhodians all look the same. Like
Yeah.
not being racist.
They're
All
bloody
that now.
Rhodians coming here
You know,
taking our jobs.
Rhodians. Someone will fucking correct us.
Yeah.
But they look the same. But because it's a head, it was weird because like say I was playing as Greedo,
Yeah.
and then one of the enemies was Rhodian, but because he was Rhodian, I thought he was on my team.
Yeah.
So he just killed us, and it's just because like because you just presumed like
Yeah.
well we're on the same side.
Yeah. Well, he looks like me, so he must
But,
be my
like,
friend.
yeah, like obviously he's got different perks. Like my favorite one is he's got the precision shot.
Right.
So basically, it'll if there's like say 3 people around you, it'll lock on them, and then there'll be like a countdown of say like 5-6 seconds.
Yeah.
But then once that's full, you'll shoot all 3 of them and kill them.
All right. Cool.
Which is
That's quite cool.
I thought when I saw the trailer, I was like, that'll be really overpowered, but it isn't. Like because those 3 people, aren't gonna stand still while you're doing it.
Right.
They're gonna probably shoot you. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Oh,
But it's fun. The maps. There's a good flow to the maps. I can't think of the name. I don't know the names of them yet.
yeah.
'cause
Well,
I've
you
only
literally just
through-
played it yesterday.
Yeah, I've only played a couple of hours, but one map in particular I really hate.
Right. You
Just-
always get one though, don't
Even
you?
though like I was doing quite well on it, quite a lot.
Yeah.
But it was just I just didn't like the flow of it. It just didn't feel good. Like it was
Right.
just a crap layout. And they did one of the things I hated, which I think they did on Black Ops 3. Totally different company, totally different game. But on the zombies mode for Black Ops 2, sorry.
Yeah.
The zombie mode, there was like fire cracks on the map, and if you walked over
Yeah.
them, you just
I
took
hate
damage.
that. I hate
Well,
that.
they've added that in there because it's like
Oh.
some factory where they're like there's like molten lava everywhere. I don't
Yeah.
know what they're doing. Like
Right. I mean, do you know the cantina from the Star Wars films?
yeah,
Is that a map?
because there's a map based in that area kind of.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, that's cool.
So that's
Does it
quite
have the
a good map.
music?
I didn't know it, to be fair. I don't think it did. That would be awesome if it did.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
But the new game mode's Extraction, which is you've just got to basically it's like I don't know if you played Droid Run where you've got to like start a droid up and it'll just start moving forward slowly. Well, it's kind of like that. It's like a car that you have to keep starting.
Right. Okay.
It's like a cargo carrier, but in theory it's like a car that you're trying to get from A to B, but it can only drive in first gear, so it can
Right.
again really slow.
So, is there like added cutscenes to it at all, or anything like that? Is it
No,
just
I mean,
basically?
with the game just being a straight up multiplayer game?
Yeah.
It's like I would say the best way to think of it is like a Call of Duty DLC. It's just multiplayer maps.
Right. Oh. Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
So you don't get to find out who shot first. It was Han.
No.
Still.
Yeah, you don't.
Han shot first.
You don't get to find that out. You just get to
Damn it.
You just get to relive it. You get to
Yeah.
change. You get to rewrite history. And
Just shoot Han in the
shoot him
face.
right in the face. And
Yeah. Ah, well,
but
that's
it's
cool.
fun. It's fun. The only thing I didn't get to play this in the end none because anyone who's played Heroes versus Villains,
Yeah.
when the round starts, you've got to pick a hero, and obviously everyone wants to play him. So
Yeah.
it was like a race to press
Yeah.
X
Yeah,
on him,
yeah,
and
of
I
course,
just
yeah.
never got there.
when you see his name, I just hear Nia Gnome. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Nien Gnome. Fair enough. Oh, well, at least you're enjoying it, I
But yeah,
suppose.
I think, yeah, as long as you're happy.
As long as you're happy.
But yeah, I would say it's worth a buy. I think it's worth a buy if you enjoy the game.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the new weapons. The new weapons are good. Weirdly, Greedo's pistol, it's Royden blaster.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Right.
Like really good. And like I like the contracts because it's incentive. You're not just getting the guns, like
Right.
you're having to earn them still. Like it's costing you points that you get in game
Yeah.
to even get the contract, then completing it. But I've actually been enjoying it because it's given us a bit of new purpose, because it's like you got to get 40 kills with this, or you got to get 3 blaster rifle streaks.
Yeah.
So I'm going out and I'm changing my playstyle and playing with card setups I wouldn't normally use, and
Right. Oh, well, that's cool.
you know, it's kind of reinvigorated the combat for us.
Yeah.
But I was already sold on Battlefront. Some people hate that game, and I love it.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. Like, it's just one of those games where you can just put it on and just have a few
Just
rounds.
switch off and just
shoot
people.
Speaking of switching off.
Yeah.
Segue.
No, but thanks a lot for listening to this episode of the Unashamed Gamers. Please do like, subscribe, comment.
Tell where you love where or hate where. Hate where, probably.
Correct pronunciation of Rodian.
And Nianum.
Rodian,
And Nianum.
None.
Yeah, him.
It's NUNB, so it's none.
Number.
Number.
What?
Alien races, man.
Yeah,
They all look the same. Thanks for listening.
Bye.